G'day trendsetters. I've been at this gravel cycling madness malarkey since about 2006, way before the mainstream cycling media had even heard of gravel cycling, gravel bikes, things of that nature. I'm a regular person, just like many of the people watching this video. I hold down a regular 40-hour-a-week job and I juggle all of the content you see produced on the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, the gravelcyclist.com website, and of course the related social media on Facebook, Instagram, etc. Somehow I make it work. That content involves me stooging about the countryside here in the United States and overseas in places such as Australia, Europe, and so on. I consider myself fortunate to have ridden and reviewed a veritable ton of gravel bikes over the years. During that time, I've seen many standards come and go, and some standards stick around, from through axles to wider tires to ever-increasing ranges of gears, whether you're into 1x or 2x. The sort of bicycle I enjoy riding is generally one that is speedier, racier, and one I can throw around a bit. But by that same token, I also enjoy riding bikes that I can take on the more adventurous side of gravel cycling. The two bikes you see next to me, which are in my top 5, are machines that fit that very mold. So in other words, I pretty much ride any bike that I'm fortunate to have come my way. Here is my top 5 gravel bikes for 2024 in no particular order, no particular price, and they aren't exactly mainstream like you see them presented elsewhere. These are bikes I've ridden a bunch of miles and kilometers on and have had a ton of fun, and at least 2 of the bikes I'm going to present I haven't even conducted reviews on, but those reviews are coming sometime soon. Watch this space. Bike number 1, and I rode the pants off this bike in the United States and my Aussie homeland, Australia. The Time ADHX 45. The Time ADHX 45 stands out from the crowd of carbon gravel bikes thanks to its Dyneema enhancement that Time weaves into their carbon tubes. Time produces their own carbon tubes in-house, and this Dyneema material is the same that Bird Spokes use in their innovative wheel designs. This material provides a very pleasant shock-absorbing quality. It's subtle, but it's there. Tyre clearance is set at 700C by 45mm, which will cover the needs of most people, and I'm talking about 45s with a 2x configuration. With 1x, you might be able to go a little bit wider. The Time ADHX 45 is an excellent all-rounder that is light and has shrugged off everything I've chucked at it, including a major mudfest in southern Georgia. It's a carbon gravel bike that I can ride all day and not feel completely beat up. I love the aesthetics, all of the handy mounting points, and it can be built in all manner of configurations. My long-term review of the ADHX 45 is linked below. It's my number 1 all-carbon bike for 2024. Learn more at timebicycles.com. Number 2, the stunningly gorgeous bike to my right, the steel, handmade in Marostica, Italy, Officina Battaglin Pave, a bike I have run through the ringer in New England, the Mid-Atlantic, and of course, the southeastern United States. This is a bike that's almost too beautiful to get dirty, yet I did just that. From its undeniably simple construction, featuring hand-built craftsmanship that Officina Battaglin is known for, along with their incredible finishing options featuring cromovelato, this is a high-end steel frame built from Columbus GB81 tubing, specifically drawn for Battaglin. You pay a small weight penalty versus a carbon frame of the same size, but those in the know all about the riding qualities of this time-proven material. The Pave is 1x specific, so it won't be for everybody, but combined with 700C by 50mm of tyre clearance, with the excellent SRAM 1x13 speed Red Explorer drivetrain and heaps of mounting points, the Pave is a bike that can do it all no matter where you ride. Steel is real, as they say. Learn more about the Pave at officinabattaglin.com. Number 3, for when price is no objective, and it's the bike to my left, This is an amazing machine. It is the made in the United States number 22 bicycle company, Drifter Adventure. Number 22 can build a titanium frame to your specifications with custom geometry, or in my case, stock geometry, in all manner of bespoke finishes. What you're seeing in this variant is some of what number 22 is capable of producing for their frame finishes. There's Cerakote finishing on the frame and fork, along with raw finishing, polished finishing, and more. Absolutely stunning, yet in a package that is very resilient to the punishment you could subject it to for the more adventurous side of gravel cycling. I'm not going to spoil the coming review of this bike. That will be dropping early 2025, but I really wanted to share this special bike with you. This is another 1x-specific review bike, shod again with SRAM's excellent 1x13 speed Red Axis Explorer drivetrain. Review of that drivetrain coming later. The bike also features a ton of mounting points and excellent tire clearance at 700C by 50mm. Number 4, the latest variant of the Pivot Cycles Volt. This bike has continually evolved from the OG Pivot Cycles Volt. I especially love the preceding generation of the Pivot Cycles Volt, and this newest version has become more capable for those gnarlier, dodgier types of adventures that some of you might be seeking. My review of the next generation of Pivot Volt is coming later, but this new Pivot can be built for adventurous pursuits with bags on board, or sans bags, for taking in the sights, or built for racier performance. It isn't the flashiest of bikes with just 2 livery options that are reserved, especially the example I have for review. Its flexibility includes a ton of mounts, internal storage, large 700C by 50mm tire clearance, and the option of integrating the cockpit or not, and support for 1x or 2x drivetrains. The geometry is what Pivot calls versatile modern, and I have more to report on that with my coming review. I've really been enjoying this bike thus far. Pivot is a brand very worthy of your consideration. Learn more at the Pivot Cycles website. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to ride some less spendier bikes in 2024, but I have several bikes fitting that description coming in 2025. Those bikes are in the hopper. Be sure to watch this space. In the meantime, I've also got reviews of wheels and group sets, and you can check those out linked in the description below. On to number 5, the absolutely bonkers Framework Bicycles custom gravel bike built in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Not too many people need a custom gravel bike, but custom bikes allow so much flexibility for riders with needs that aren't always covered by mainstream bicycles. This is another primo expensive bike, but it is arguably the most interesting bike I have reviewed all year, with its hybrid construction of custom machined in-house aluminium lugs bonded to wound in-house carbon fiber tubing that can be tuned to your specifications and shape. Don't worry, this isn't a frame like the old days of gluing 2 materials together and hoping it doesn't corrode. If you're a rider who needs a custom bike for whatever reason, Framework Bicycles is a name you should pay heed to. It has standout from the crowd aesthetics and bonkers precision that most other brands would say, mate, that's complete overkill for a bicycle. Maybe so, but the one-man crew of Jonathan is a perfectionist, and that's the sort of person I'd want building a bicycle frame for me. My complete review of this bike is linked below. You can learn more at the frameworkbicycles.com website, or the Instagram account for Framework Bicycles, where Jonathan is always posting interesting stuff from the workshop. So there you have it, trendsetters, my top 5 gravel bikes for 2024, aka the bikes I've ridden the most and had a ton of fun at the same time. Time to wrap up the video. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for interesting top 5 videos, such as this one. No bullshit gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos, and one of my favorite things in life, general madness. Hey there. Good morning. Well, hello there. You're very friendly, aren't you? Yeah, g'day. Hello, sweetie. What the f am I doing with my life? Oh yeah, it's pretty awesome, even if I hang out by this swimming pool way too often talking about bikes. I'll see you in the next video.